Well, hello, everybody. Welcome into a terrific Thursday. Real traders never trade alone. They trade with their fellow friends, with the trader nerds, and it's good to have everybody with us today. In the market, Jay Powell, Uncle Jerome, one of the very few white people on the planet that's named Jerome, left rates unchanged, and not much happened really yesterday. The market was just kind of hanging out, and then Jerome started talking and the market started plunging as he talked. It started just going down. And today we had good earnings apparently overnight from a couple of big movers. And I got the email early this morning that the e-minis were up over 1%. But since that time, we have had a pullback, baby. I mean, a pullback. When it got down into this level, I almost did an SPX 0 day. I may still do it. If we go back down into that area one more time, I may do a 0 DTE trade, do a put credit spread on SPX because I think the good news is enough that it's not going to go down any farther than that, right? Matter of fact, we get a little pullback, maybe even into this area. I may do an SPX 0 DTE trade. I'm not sure. But, I started to say we've got all these tools that we're using to show us, what's going up, what's going down, things of that nature, that maybe we need to use some of our analytical tools to do some, even some 0 DTE stuff. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not, but certainly could. The VIX was 16 yesterday, so VIX is down on this up move. The AD is negative 100. That is unusual given the fact that we are up 32 points. Now, normally when I see a negative AD like this and the market up, I'll say at the end of the day, and this may change my mind on my 0 DTE put credit spread, is that watch out, we may have a little sell-off toward the end of the day with the AD being negative and the market being up so much. So that's one thing to look at. The AD high was 47. The AD low, way back down in here. Let's see, where was the low? Looked like at the opening of the day, wasn't it? It was negative 194. How's our volume looking? Let's see. Remember, we've been averaging about 2,000. So volume looks like it may be a little up today. Everybody's a little giddy and a little happy. Let's look at the volume profile, our big green monster, to see how things are looking. And indeed, we overshot. And like I said, the probability cone looks like this, right? If we were to spread out, where's my drawing tools? I hadn't drawn in a while. I forgot what it looks like. Let's draw a probability cone. So let's look at this thing here. Let's pull this off here. Let's get this, put it over here, and let's do a pencil. Yeah, here's the probability cone, what it looks like this over the next 10 days, right? This is kind of what we're looking like. Now, if you were to, put a gun to my head, the point of control is right here on the yellow line. So we might like to go there. And then we've got these areas of vacuum, right, where there's low volume that we would always like to test. So there may be a slight pull to the downside, but it would not surprise us at all if we go to the upside and head toward that 64.96, that 6,500 level. So if it doesn't go down, it'll go up. But I do see some forces that could potentially pull us down. Uh, Again, with the AD being negative, whatever it was, we could see a little pull off into the end of the day today. So we'll see if I want to do that 0 DTE trade or not. Let's see, how do I get rid of this now? I haven't used this in so long. Okay, so let's look at linear regression. Linear regression, then we'll look at our positions. Linear regression, you still see that the slope is up. Again, we've got a series of very small, tight candles. Everyone sees these tight candles. We don't see the candles that we had when we had this increased volatility down here, which tells me with the VIX being at where it is now, that we're going to see this at some point. We're going to see a little bit of volatility. Where could it come? We just don't know. But if we were having volatility, it's probably going to be to the downside. But again, this thing looks bullish. The thing looks bullish. Let's look at our scalping for the day. I've been scalping this morning and took, I think, 2 trades this morning. So we're up $48. I'm trying to hit, I've been consistent. I've not lost any day in July. So I didn't trade the first week of July, but every day that I've traded on this, I've been positive every day. So I'm getting the consistency that I've been yearning for. Now I'm not getting the profits that I yearn for, but so far 2 day or 3 days this week, I've done over 100 2 days, and I did $86 yesterday. Now I got scolded yesterday by Meyer. Meyer is my friend who does the really, really good scalping, makes $10,000, $20,000 a day, right? He said, Bobby, never add contracts on a Fed day. And now what do you mean by adding contracts? So if I am short a position and it goes against me, I'll add another position. If it goes against me, I'll add another position. So you're averaging in basically. And he said, don't do that on Fed days. So that was a point well taken, and I will remember it in the future because I actually was down over $400 yesterday. And so I was long 3 contracts of MNQ, the micro NQ, and the price went down significantly. And what I was going to do is I was going to hold that overnight and you can't sell calls in Trade of 8. So what I was going to do is I was going to hold my long 3 positions here, and then I was going to go into Tasty, and I was going to there's the SPX that I got set up. It's only worth 10 cents. Boy, I should have sold it when it was down at the bottom. This was going to, look at this, y'all. A 5 point wide SPX that I could have sold for $40 down there at the low. That's when I almost sold it. $45 is now trading for 10 cents. That would have been a great 35 bucks trade right there. So we should have done that. So let's look at our positions. Our 111 trade is doing spectacular. Let's see how many days we've got on our naked short there. We still got 78 days on everything. Everything looks really, really good. Oh, don't make me log back in. I hope that's it. Yeah. So the 111 is doing good. We will add additional 111s as the market goes down. If and ever it goes down significantly and the VIX increases some, we'll probably do that. Our SPX trade looking really, really good now, y'all. We are at 82% profit. We made $63 on the day. We're up 95 on that, and we anticipate that we're going to make $120 on that. We're anticipate pulling in the full amount of that. Our short is at 62.25. We're at 63.97. Looks like that is relatively safe on and we'll probably add one of those again tomorrow. These are not working out too well. Remember my friend who created the scanner and he buys stocks based on the scanner? Not working too well there. We've got Newport or Newmont that is down. We're down $286 on that position. In the CVX Chevron trade, we're down $149. Our bill is doing spectacular, though, as Bill often does. So we've got a very small profit for the day in the account, and our TQQQ account is just rough. It is doing well. We've got how many shares of TQQ do we have? We have 71.6802 shares of TQQQ and Bill in that account, and that one's doing really, really well. All right, so that's our update for the day. See, what did y'all say here? No one is seeing your chart. Did I not start sharing my chart? Oh my God, I didn't share my chart. I thought I shared my chart. So y'all didn't see my chart at all for the whole session? Oh, that's terrible. Could anyone else see the chart? Okay, I did. I did share it. Okay, that came through. Good. Okay, make sure everybody was able to see it. All right, y'all, that's our session for today. We will continue scalping maybe for a little bit. Then I got a doctor's appointment, and I will see all of y'all tomorrow.